everybody, this is Patty with Get Balanced 2020, and basically what my Get Balanced 2020 is about is putting mind, body, and spirit together. Our mind is our thought process, our body is a nutrition and exercise, and our spirituality is about our belief and how things work sort of on a woo-hoo realm. Anyway, today is Spiritual Saturday, and I'm glad to see you here. If you have not been here before and you would like to catch up on my videos, you can catch them up on YouTube, Facebook, and on my website. They're all Get Balanced 2020. Patty, you just Google Patty Hall, Get Balanced 2020, and you'll find me out there. I'd love to get your comments and concerns, or would like to hear what you would like to hear about, because this is about you. This is not about me. This is about, on Spiritual Saturday, it's about sharing stories that will actually help your psyche kind of thing, and how to listen to your intuition and all that kind of stuff, energies, and a little bit. It won't resonate with everybody, and no, it's not about religion. I mean, we talk about the universe, we talk about God, we talk about energies, we talk about supernatural, we talk about just all different kinds of things, and mainly a lot of storytelling. My daughter's like, Mom, you got to tell your stories. Just tell your stories. They're so weird. They're so cool. And I'm like, it's just me. So anyway, thank you for coming. Now, last week, if you didn't get to watch last week's, we did talk about a miracle that had happened, or was it a coincidence? So today we're going to talk about, is it a coincidence? Is it a miracle? Or was it supposed to? Or is there a reason for everything? That kind of thing. So, and then also too, for you, for the mindfulness and for your body and the whole balance thing, it's really, really important. And I probably will mention this every single time, that you need to take as much time as you can, from 5 minutes to half an hour to an hour, to meditate, or some people pray. Whatever it is, it's quiet time, whether you're doing it in nature or you have a private room, closet, garage. This is my space out here. I do leather work, and this is my quiet time out here. And so this is a place where I go and I hear, feel, and it's just quiet time. Now, during that quiet time, what do you, you're like, well, what do I do? How about just sit? Have you ever sat and done absolutely nothing but maybe listen to the universe or God or whoever you believe in? Have you ever done that before? I bet you'd be really amazed. The more that you do it, something's going to happen. Trust me, there is something that's going to happen. No, I'm not talking about ghosts and bad spirits and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, we don't want to mess with those. Long story short is, you want to be able to meditate to a point where you want to just close your eyes, relax your shoulders, you know, just breathe in. Now, when I was doing martial arts, that was a huge thing before we even started our sessions. So Sensei would get us into the Seiza position, which is a kneeling position on the floor. We'd sit quietly, and we would have to breathe. And breathing is so important, for not only for your mind, but for your oxygen and your flow. But if you're like, oh, I breathe every day. I'm breathing in the air. Always that negative person in there. But no, it's actually just breathing in slowly from your nose, and then out, exhaling through your mouth. And a lot of that has to do with how much air you're getting in, but also expelling the ickies. And spiritually, what that is, it's getting rid of that negative spirit, is basically what you're doing. So when we would do martial arts, we would just sit there and we'd quietly, and we'd breathe in. And breathe it in until those lungs are completely full. And breathe it last breath. And then when you release, you want to release it longer than what you've breathed in. So when you breathe it out, you breathe it in. You might hear the monks do that kind of stuff too. You don't have to do the noise, but I am able to focus and concentrate better because I'm pushing out all the negative spirit, negative nasties. I don't want that in me. I want it out. And it's very strange for some people. It may not resonate with everybody, but what if you just feel like, just make sure you get all of that bad stuff out. And that very last breath, just get it all out. Nasty. Get it all out. So anyway, so that's what I would like you to do for the first 5 to 10 minutes of just a quiet time. You get home from work, you just need some quiet time. You need to do that. Best time for me is in the morning when nobody's awake and it's just quiet and peaceful and the kid next door and the next building isn't yelling and screaming. That's the most quiet time. So that's what I want you to do. Now, the rest of the time we're going to talk about coincidences, or is it actually happening for a certain reason? I believe that everything is connected. We're all energies. When we pass on, as people call it, when you're dead, we'll never die because we're an energy. And what happens is the energy goes somewhere. Now, some people believe it goes to heaven. Some people believe it's just in the energy. And like a lot of people, they believe that the spirits are still around us. And I'm not going to go into that right now. But what it is that we are energy. And so it's a very complicated thing, but also too, it's just energy can travel anywhere and at what time. And can energy be in several places at once? That's interesting. So are we connected? Yes, we are connected. We're all connected in some way or another. And so, for example, have you ever sat there and thought about somebody, maybe half an hour or during the day they call? It's like, oh, I was just thinking about you. Why? And how many times has that happened to you before? Or you get a letter from somebody or somebody at work and you just say, I was just thinking about you. Interesting, isn't it? We're all connected. Have you tried to manifest somebody to call you? Have you ever tried manifesting somebody to write you a letter or anything like that? Maybe it won't happen immediately, but maybe it'll happen in the future. Is that a coincidence? Or are we connected? Very interesting, isn't it? Let me give you a story. So some coincidences, let me think, oh my gosh, which one do I pick? So there's so many times that I have done myself where I've thought somebody and they've called. Or I knew somebody was sick or hurt and I called them and I said, are you okay? Well, how did you know I wasn't feeling good? Connected or not? Ooh-wee-doo. The other thing is coincidence. Was this a coincidence or was this an actuality connection? I feel energies. I'm one of the weird people. I'm very, very sensitive. I'm an empath. I can feel energies of people, animals, things, trees, everything. Get me around certain trees, get me around certain oceans. And I used to scuba dive, and this didn't happen before, but get me around an ocean, get me around a certain amount of trees that are overhead. I get higher than a kite. Get me around a room of crystals. Really watch me go loony. So I'm very, very sensitive. So when I was working at this company, I was actually security, and I kept catching shoplifters. This was when my abilities were really, really new. And I kept catching shoplifters. And so what happened was I got put in one of their newspapers, and this is a big, big company. I'm not going to mention their names, but the people that I work with, you guys know who I am. But anyway, I was put in their paper. They were like, how are you doing it? Whatever. And in all reality, I wasn't even sure at that time how I was doing it. All I knew is I could feel the energy when I walked by. Something wasn't right. And I felt like, ooh, they're going to steal. Are they going to steal? And I'd follow them. Boom, they'd steal. The biggest one was that this is when it really got crazy for me. Was that a coincidence that I'd catch them? Or was I connected? Or could I feel their energies? Now here's the one that really will get you a hoo-hoo creepy moment. And like, or is she really, really nuts? One shoplifter, I passed by him a few times and I think he's going to steal. And then I heard something. And I thought, really, I was going nuts. This is when I went to the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist says, you're fine. I think you need to go see somebody who deals with the paranormal. And she was blown away. Long story short, I follow him around. And the second time I heard it, third time I heard it, follow him to the first place I saw him. Followed him, and I just said, nah, I'm going nuts, I'm going nuts, I'm going nuts. So anyway, I listened because I didn't want to hear the voices in my head anymore. Oh, I can't talk about this because then you're really going to think I'm nuts. Not really. Anyway, I went to the place where I first saw him. He wasn't coming. I said, see, I'm going nuts. I'm literally going nuts. And all of a sudden, he came around the corner. It blew my mind. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm like, holy crap, what's happening? And so he has his back to me. He goes and he pulls the drill, looks around, looks straight at me on the other side, puts it in his drill, and starts walking around. Lo and behold, the CEO and the owner of the company, big company, was there. and I got to share my experience with them. And I didn't share the whole thing, but I just said I caught the guy. And they were like, how are you doing this? And I said, you know what? I don't know. It's just, I couldn't tell anybody because they would have thought I was nuts. But is it coincidence? Or is it our intuition? Are we connected? Is it energies? Well, let's find out next time. I thank you for looking at my video. Come back on Monday for Mindful Monday. And I would love to hear from you, any stories or anything you like. Enjoy the weekend and woo-hoo, have a spiritual weekend. Take care. And don't forget to go ahead on YouTube and like, share, and subscribe. I would love to actually get more followers, so I would love to see you there. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay blessed.